Today, I want us to talk about the psychology of a police officer or a law enforcement officer. Now, in police training, apart from physical exercise and all the keep fit activities they undergo, they also undergo psychological or mental exercise training to be a complete and a well-rounded officer. Mental training involves interaction with the fellow colleagues and civilians who form the bedrock of the police work. In dealing with the fellow colleagues, a police officer is taught ethics, which includes how to relate with the senior ranked officers, response to command, cleanliness of the body and mind. That is being alert, sober, impressive, friendly, respectful, and a quick decision making with precision, especially when faced with emergency situations. To the civilians, the law enforcement officer is a refuge where civilians run for help. Thus, one needs to be friendly, attentive, receptive, emphatic, authoritative, and at times commanding as the circumstances dictate. The training also involves handling firearms, ability to keep secret government classified information, protection of VIPs, government institutions, and any other security-related duties. Law enforcement officers, military, monastery, seminary, and prison wardens undergo a process of resocialization in their institutions of training. Resocialization is a process in which a person is taught new norms, values, and practices that foster their transition from one social role to another. It may involve both minor and major forms of changes, and it can be voluntary or involuntary. It involves or attempts to build a different personality of self. In police training, it also involves their perception towards civilians. They may perceive a civilian as good or as a bad person, depending on the circumstances. Good when you are law-abiding, reliable to provide certain crucial information, and also help them to raise their self-esteem, like providing comfort and counseling them. Or bad when you break the law and put their life and those of other civilians in danger. A resocialized, trained police officer is made to see issues from a different perspective from that of a civilian point of view. This is important since the resocialization involves lack of fear, confidence, a solution to all manner of problems associated with the civilian, giving hope to the people they are supposed to protect, hide their fears and uncertainties, react to situations promptly, because small delay or resistance may mean life or death. There is need to establish trust and friendliness with the civilians in order to understand what is happening in their surrounding. Taking every detail, not taking things for granted or assumption. All these attributes help to piece things together and extract the truth. Police work is demanding, risky, involves working long hours, dealing with dangerous criminals, some of whom were ex-police, which requires tact, ruthlessness, and precision. Police have a lot of duties to perform, and a lot of legal powers bestowed to them according to the law, some of which the civilians are not well versed with. So when you see a policeman behaving in a way that you do not understand, it is part of their training and the resolution process in their 9-month training in the recruitment camps. It is not meant for you as a civilian to know everything, since some of the knowledge and information is only meant for a police officer. This is why they take oath in the passing out parade. So for a civilian, it is important for you to understand that there is certain form of behavior a policeman is expected to display in front of a civilian in order to give that civilian hope, sometimes even to instill fear for anybody who had a criminal mind. And that is why you see a police officer behaving in a way that you civilian may not be able to understand. That is the psychology of a police officer.